What's going on? Goodfella Sports TV, your boy CJ Goodfella back on the boxing grind. Appreciate everybody that came through on the live stream. Salute. Make sure you smash that subscribe button, hit the bell icon button. Y'all know what the business is, man. Some interesting developments came out. Tom Loeffler dropped somewhat of a jab at Team Canelo once again. And we'll show the screenshot and I'll link to Twitter in the description, the Twitter link. Tom Loeffler said that the post-fight Gennady Golovkin, Canelo Alvarez, VADA drug testing was canceled after it was scheduled for a week after the fight. And next thing he know, they canceled the post-fight drug test, all right, to answering the question on Twitter. And I heard one of the subs told me to speak on it. I saw a Boxing Ego video on it, salute. And he said Teddy Atlas touched on it as well, too. And that's probably why Teddy Atlas was so adamant they felt Canelo had an unfair advantage. Here we go right here. He was responding to a guy named Jake on Twitter that was trying to defend something. I really don't care what Jake was talking about, but he says, Jake, VADA scheduled a random drug test for Triple G a week after the fight. I made sure that Canelo was also going to be tested. Next day, the random drug test was canceled. Strange that it was canceled then. Strange that it was scheduled. Then canceled. Maybe Canelo was already in Mexico eating steak, celebrating his decision. So that's mad fishy. I don't know why, they team continue to hold things in. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they didn't want to sound salty after the fight. But you supposed to let that cat out the bag immediately. Stop his momentum. Like they said before, Golovkin said that he seen injection marks in Canelo in the first fight. But guess what? Y'all guys came back, pouting and begging Oscar De La Hoya and Canelo for another fight. Now y'all want to beg him for another fight, knowing that this dude had an unfair advantage. And it don't surprise me, and people going to act like this is just snow on the bluff. There ain't nothing. No. They all on Earl Spence and saying why he ain't in VADA. And this is the type of ish I'm talking about when it come to VADA. People act like VADA is the platinum standard. I think Victor Conte is the head of VADA or some bigwig. He one of the biggest snitches out there, man. You know what I'm saying? One of the most dirty, dog, nasty dudes out there, man. For some of the stuff he allegedly done in the Bay Area and ratting guys out. All right. I don't believe that he's a criminal that turned and did the right thing. I don't believe that. Who you fooling? I might believe Victor Conte is this great guy now, and after he done ratted out Shane Mosley and the whole Baco situation and a whole bunch of Oakland A's and a few Oakland Raiders as well. Nah, man. He's shady. And if they got him at the head or at the top of VADA, he's shady, man. And I told you from the beginning, people want to talk about USADA. I don't trust none of them, man. None of all these dudes can be bought. At the end of the day, they canceled the post-fight drug test. That's going to tell you if he had anything in his system during the fight. The blood and the urine test. All of a sudden, they canceled that. And nobody find this fishy? Mr. $365 million man, canceling drug tests. Let Errol Spence, Charlos, or shit, let Golovkin have canceled the drug test. Let one of them have canceled the drug test. I mean, y'all will be all over him. Y'all be all over Usyk. Y'all be all over Lomachenko. Y'all be over Gervonta Tank Davis. Y'all be all over Terrence Bud Crawford. But ain't nobody gonna talk about this. Ain't nobody talk about how Teddy Atlas said that, after the fight on ESPN, how he thought Canelo was on something. And then I heard he said that they canceled the drug test then. So this been public information. I don't know how this slid past my eyes. This dude got a 6-month suspension. 6-month suspension with no VADA drug testing for 2 failed tests with clenbuterol, Canelo Alvarez. So how do you, this is the analogy. That's basically like you suspended a kid for causing a semi-riot in the lunchroom. You suspend them, for a month or for a week or two. But you suspend them and tell them go to the arcade. You know what I'm saying? You suspend them and tell them, oh, we going to Chuck E. Cheese, or we going to Cedar Point, we going to Six Flags, we going to Dave and Buster's. Why you on suspension? What did he learn his lesson? Now he worth $365 million contract, man. Now he's virtually untouchable now. Now the WBC is back in its good graces. They used Triple G to make Canelo Alvarez jealous. They posted, this is something they had posted been saying from the jump. As soon as they canceled that drug test, They should have made it public, called a press conference. At the end of the day, it probably look bad too. They ain't got no pull. No pull. This dude is allowing to break the laws, and you keep begging to come fight him again and again, knowing in y'all minds that he got an alleged unfair advantage. Time and time again. You know, Team Triple G, why would you even want to fight him again? Because the payday is so good, you don't care if he's cheating. We talked about that before. With Andre Rozier accusing the Charlos of being on steroids. Basically, that's exactly what he said out of his mouth. But then again, you say, oh, we want to go fight Canelo Alvarez. I mean, whoa. Look at the BS in that statement. The hypocrisy in that statement. You accuse one fighter being on steroids, but you trying to run, and if y'all don't get Canelo Alvarez in the contract, y'all don't want to sign back to the zone. What that sound like? Sound like some BS to me. Sound like some real malarkey, bro. They don't care if Canelo on nothing. So I would just, to be honest, let me say this, man. This is great public information, But honestly, if you ain't gonna go out here, you ain't gonna say it as it happened when they cancel the drug test and make a point of emphasis about this or whatever to the public, I'd rather you not just say nothing about it. I'd rather you just shut up. Because every time y'all accuse him of doing something, oh, he had injection marks. Oh, I knew he was on something in the first fight. Oh, every time y'all say something about this guy, y'all did a jab on him in the Jordan commercial. Y'all had the luncheon when they stripped him of the ring title and gave it to Triple G. And y'all was eating saying, this is USDA approved steak and all that. I don't want to hear from this team no more, bro. I don't want to hear it. To be honest, y'all keep getting cheated in y'all minds. Y'all keep going through fishy stuff in y'all minds and keep running back for some more. That's like a woman that keep running back to a man after keep beating her and 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 keep going back every time. Ain't that much money and ain't that much great sex in the world to keep coming back. And for them, it's a money grab. And I believe them. I believe this to be true. They just canceled the VADA test and let Canelo walk scot-free. Canelo didn't even take a deep breath in this fight for real. The first fight, he was so gassed. This fight, he had 6 months off. The majority of them 6 months, he didn't have to take a VADA drug test. And he came in there with unbelievable stamina compared to the first fight. I believe him, but at the end of the day, when do you move on and count your chickens, man, and just move on? You keep saying this dude is cheating, but you keep running back to him, begging him for a fight, begging him for a fight. You let him derail y'all plans to be undisputed versus Billy Joe Saunders. At that time, that would have been an easy win for Golovkin, undisputed. He wasn't gonna fight you at middleweight. He wasn't gonna fight you. What he's gonna do? Go to super middleweight and get a title shot? Rocky Fielding don't hold no real title. He wasn't beating none of the title holders at that time at 168. So if you beat Billy Joe Saunders, had all the belts, he would have had to come see you. And Tom Loeffler is a joke as a promoter. He had no vision, no blueprint, no plan, no public speaking. He don't have no flamboyance. He don't know how to finesse nobody. He ain't made nobody. He terrible. I wouldn't want Tom Loeffler to promote my worst enemy. They played this situation all wrong, and they messed Triple G out of a better career than what he had. But at the end of the day, it don't surprise me that they skipped the final VADA drug test. And they went over there and said VADA complete, certificate complete, and all that lying stuff they did. It don't surprise me. It don't surprise nobody else out there. It is what it is, man. We ain't gonna harp on it because no matter if Canelo doping or not doping, okay, guys are still gonna want to fight him because he bring that bag. And fighters don't care if they go in the ring and with an unfair advantage. They don't care. They don't care. As long as that money right, everybody just care about the money. If the money right, dude will go in there and fight a guy that's all juiced up. So that's what I'm understanding. They don't care. If that bread right, these fighters gonna jump in there with them. But Goodfella Sports TV, I'll put that Twitter link in the description. Y'all know what the business is. Shout out to Boxing Ego for holding it down, man. Shout out to the sub that sent me that information. Tell me what to look at. We on Facebook, Twitter. Also, you can email me, DM me, at me on Twitter, DM me on Facebook, DM me on Twitter. If you got a video request, inquiry, whatever situation may be, you need to reach out to me personally. Those are your platforms and links to reach me in the description. Also, intro music in the description as well. Want to make a donation to the channel? That link is there as well. Salute to all the brothers and sisters holding us down like, whoa. Appreciate it. Goodfella Sports TV. Mr. One Time for the one time. Y'all know the business is. We gone.